I'm talking to you, non-native speakers. This is a message for you. I've seen you on Facebook, I've seen you around being non-natives and teaching English, and it makes me really indifferent. Okay, so this video is not an attack on non-natives, and I do not believe that non-natives should not be teaching English. They should be teaching English, and in many cases they are a far better teacher than native teachers because they have the experience of learning the language. They know the problems and the difficulties and the ways and tactics that a non-native learns English. So they are in many ways a superior teacher to a native teacher. But saying that, I still always give this advice to non-natives. Why not teach your own language? And then the snowflakes go crazy and call me racist and so on and so forth. Drinking Chang beer, by the way. I live in Thailand. It's a very tasty beer. It's not my favorite, actually. I prefer Leo. Anyway, back to the topic. Why do I give this advice that non-natives should try and teach their own language? It's not because I believe they shouldn't try and teach English or that teaching English is a huge market. I'm just saying that they may have the chance of making a better income and finding better jobs if they do that. Now, if you're Filipino, it's different because there's a lot of companies that just like Filipinos. Many Filipinos speak very good English in a very neutral accent, so they're very popular teachers. But there's so many Filipinos that are willing to do this. The rates keep getting pushed down and down and down and down, and you'll find that these Filipino teachers are earning very little. Whereas if they marketed themselves and freelanced and taught Tagalog to foreigners on things like Italki, they could really market themselves as a really good teacher specialized at that niche and make far more than they could working for 5-1 Talk for $3 an hour. So this is not, I'm not giving this advice because I don't want you to teach English online. If you're passionate about the English language and that's what you love and that's what you want to teach, then I do encourage you to do that as a career and find positions. All I'm saying is you're competing with a lot more people, so you're gonna likely earn far less than you could teaching your native tongue. Now it depends what your native tongue is. Some are in more demand, some are in less demand. But I've got a friend who teaches Hindi, and he was an India guy. He came to me and he was like, "Oh, I want to teach English online. Which company could I work for?" And I gave him the advice that, like, there's tons of Filipinos that'll work for $2-3 an hour. You haven't got much chance. And the Chinese prefer Filipino teachers over Indian teachers. I don't know why, they just do. It's the market. It's not my opinion. It's just what the market wants. It's the same that native teachers are often paid more. Is that wrong? I don't think we should be paid more. We should be paid based on competence, how competent you are at teaching, not on what race you are, or even what native tongue you speak. But is it racist? No, it's just the fact that that's what the market wants. If I went to China now and I wanted to open a new language school, okay, and I wanted to have a good appearance in China, what would I, and I wanted to charge higher rates. Now, the mindset of the people who are buying the product of the service, their mindset is that foreign teachers are more expensive, so a school that has foreign teachers is more premium. So so for that reason, it's going to look better. So I want to send the kid to that school. If another school is charging the same, but they've got Filipinos and Indian teachers, I'm not saying it's my mindset, I'm saying the mindset of the market will be that, oh, well, I send my kids to this one, they have foreign teachers. my mate Judy's mum, she sends them to that school, and look, they only have Indian and Filipinos, and mothers will talk and blah blah blah, and that's just the way the market is. So if I was to start a school in China, I'd probably employ native speakers and try and go for that premium price. That's just the way the market is. Is a company racist for only hiring natives or not hiring them? They don't care about you or me. They just care what the market wants. Whatever the market wants is what they do. So the market. Back to the topic of why you should try and teach your own language, and why I have lots of non-native friends and people who have contacted me saying that they're doing really well once they took my advice and they started marketing themselves on platforms like YouTube, making video content, creating Facebook pages. I know a girl who teaches Thai language online, and she has tons of clients, and she charges more than I charge to teach English. And if she was to try and teach English online, there's no way she would get the amount of clients or make as much as teaching Thai language online. So that's my message to non-native speakers today. At least why not consider teaching your native tongue? Why am I saying this? Because on a daily basis, my inbox gets absolutely jam-rammed with people asking me, how can I teach English online? I get people from all over the world, from different countries in Africa, from all over Asia, from the Middle East to South America, asking me how can they teach English online. And I tell them what the reality is for a non-native and what they are likely to be offered if they go direct, and what the opportunities are if they try to niche and specialize on something that not everyone else is competing over, and market yourself and push yourself up and try and do that with your teaching your native tongue. You probably have a better chance of earning an income online. Another thing is, if you really insist on teaching English, I would not try and compete with the massive Filipinos that work for these huge Chinese conglomerates, huge Chinese corporations, and I wouldn't try and compete with them. I'd try and freelance and market yourself. Let's say you're from Brazil and you speak English. The first thing you should try to do is try and build contacts in your local area for people who are wanting to learn English, because you have a huge advantage. You speak the same native tongue as the person studying. So that should probably be your target, not kids in China. If you want, because you're going to be a far better teacher to somebody who speaks the same native tongue as you are than you are to some random person in China or in Korea. So that's probably my two pieces of advice just to wrap up this video for non-native speakers. Firstly, I believe you have the right to teach English, and you can be, if not as good, you can be far superior teacher to a native speaker. Secondly, my second piece of advice is that you should at least consider the possibility of freelancing and offering to teach your own native tongue and going ahead and marketing yourself and trying to make money in that niche. And the third thing, if you're teaching English, you should probably start at looking at building a profile and thinking about not just working for these huge big Chinese companies that are going to pay you peanuts, but instead marketing yourself to people who speak the same native tongue as you, who also want to learn English. You've mastered it. You've mastered learning English from Hindi. Your native tongue is Hindi, and you've mastered the skill of speaking English. So you are far better than me. You would be far better than me at teaching another person whose native tongue is Hindi how to speak English. Alright, so I hope that helped, and I'm really excited to see the snowflakes absolutely go fucking crazy about this video and start calling me racist and dickhead and don't know what I'm talking about, and but nobody wants to learn my native language. There's no chance. Well, there's probably very little chance for you to make more than $1, $2, or $3 an hour teaching English to Chinese kids too, whereas they may be like, even if I'm going on again now, but even if your native tongue is really, really niche, you'll be very surprised. There'll be someone working for the UN who really wants to learn your English, learn your language, and is willing to pay $50 an hour to book you because you're specialized and you are an expert at doing that. But again, just to repeat myself, I do not want to deter non-natives from teaching English. You should do it. It's great if you want to do it. I'm just saying that what reality is and what your chances probably are at making a decent income teaching for these big companies in China, or trying to apply to these big companies offering to teach English. Okay, hope that helps, and again, looking forward to the outrage. Catch you later, guys.